Hello everybody, Cooper here and welcome to another episode of the Mosswood Academy here on Cricket Captain 2023. Today we're going to be doing a wrap up of the first portion of the first class season as well as the One Day Cup. We've done very well so far in both competitions. Let's have a look at the domestic table. So as you can see in the 4-day cup, the CSA 4-day domestic series, we've played 2, we've won 2, currently sitting in third place. That's we're a game behind first and second, but we've done very well so far. We'll go over the fixtures in a minute, but if we look at the stats, we might have unlocked something very special with Dusty de Villiers. He's currently averaging 200. He's playing some fantastic cricket. But I've been very impressed with him so far this tournament. He's actually been playing in the Big Bash. He must have been signed by the Big Bash. I think it was the Sydney Thunder that picked him up over the off season. So he's actually only played a handful of games for us since he's been away on international competitions. But as you can see, he's had a series of good games for us. He's only got one score under 50 in 5 innings. So he's been really good for us. We've got something special here with him. So he's been fantastic. And also, where is he? Where is Paul Sterling? The Irish Bradman is what I'm calling him, but he's been very good as well. I can't seem to find him. But he's been good. Maybe if we go here. Here he is, Paul Sterling. I don't know why he wasn't in the other one. 683 runs at 227.67. He's been fantastic. Striking the ball at a fantastic rate. We've been taking lots of wickets as well, winning our games. Things have been going very, very well. So we'll go over the fixtures for that in a minute. But also the One Day Cup. We won! We won our first time of asking. We won the One Day Cup. We played 7-1-7, got through all of our games fairly comfortably, and then we won the final, which was great as well. So we're going to go over the fixtures for the 4-day cup first. Now we played Boland first on the 17th of November. We batted first and we were 6 for 565. We ended up declaring once de Villiers got his 100. We went full Bazball as we have for the most of this series. And yes, we declared once de Villiers got his 100. We were doing very, very well, very, very strong. Basically, each partnership that we got in the top 4 was worth 100 runs. And then we lost a couple of cheap wickets at the end there. So very impressed with this batting performance by our top order. They're probably the only disappointments was Cilliers and Potgieter, but when you score 500 plus, you can't be too picky. Sterling with the double 100. Second only got out for 94. Well, not only, but just missed out on his 100. And then Kurtz and Williams both got 50s as well. Then we ended up bowling out for 73. We had them 4 for 18 at one stage. So that was a little bit disappointing to, not bowl them all out for under 100. But we bowled fantastically. Haynes picked up a wicket. Flair and Jones on debut did very well, as did Beamish. So we didn't enforce the follow-on like we probably could have. So we batted again, and we batted for another 40 overs. Got 380. Paul Sterling got another double 100, and Curtin picked up 100 as well. And second was run out, unfortunately. So we had plenty of runs on the board, and we ended up bowling them out in the 4th innings for 326. Haynes, Flair, and Jones did the majority of the wicket taking in this one. Beamish had a bit of a slow start to the season with the ball, but this was a really fun match to play. There was plenty of time left in the game. We just took the early wickets and reaped the benefits from that, as well as batting fantastically. So, and then we played Free State, this was a crazy match. They batted first, and they got 556. They absolutely battered us with the bat. Dick Gale got 181, Cronje got 114, Tar got 70, Bosch got 35 towards the back end of the batting order. Also, both have got 57 or 54 in the middle order. So, but yeah, we got absolutely smoked in this first inning. And then when we batted, we weren't all that great. You know, it was a pretty flat pitch. And yeah, apart from Williams and a few other people, no one really fired all that well. It was pretty ugly. And then we actually got asked to follow on. And this is where we got ourselves back into the game. 625 for 7 after 97.4 overs. The person I was the most impressed with was Flair, actually. Getting 85 off 194 from him was tough work, but we did get there in the end. De Villiers shined with 244 for his second first-class 100, 34 fours and 5 sixes. Sterling was very aggressive from the offset. But yeah, there was a 7th wicket partnership worth, I think, just under 280. So that was pretty special. I think we did break a few partnership records there. So, but yes, it was a very good one. And then we bowled them out. Whoopsie daisy. We bowled them out for 187 on the final day. Beamish picking up 5, Flair picking up 3, Haynes picking up 2. This was a really fun match. I thoroughly enjoyed playing this one. So yeah, we were fantastic, except for their first innings and our first innings. But when we batted in our second go, we were absolutely amazing, and then we bowled amazing in their second innings as well. So that was really good. That moves us on to the one-day stuff. A lot of comfortable results, as you can see here. We played Boland first, picked up 387. We did make a few lineup changes. We did bring Johnson in for, I can't remember who for. It was for second. We brought Johnson in for second. Actually, no, we didn't, because second's right there. I don't remember who we brought Johnson in for. It might have been Pot Guider, because he didn't do very well. He was in bad form, so we brought in Johnson strictly as a batsman. I just wanted to bat him at 7 just to see how he would go. He didn't bowl at all in this tournament, and he did very well. 108 not out in this innings. We were, we did very well, I thought, to get 387. It was a fairly tough wicket to bat on, actually, if I can remember correctly, but no, we did very well, and then we bowled them out fairly comfortably with Flair and Jones and Cilliers, as well as Beamish getting in the wickets. Poor Haynes was the only one that didn't get a wicket in this one, so but we did very, very well. I was very happy with this result. Second match, we got bowled out for 284. I was a little bit disappointed about this one, because we were 5 for 184 and then 6 for 155. It was then up to second to sort of bat with the tail and sort of hang around. Flair was doing again very well with the bat, but again, a bit of a disappointing match. But we did bowl them out fairly comfortably. 174 all out after 41.3 overs. So, you can't complain about that too much. They do have, obviously, Elgar and De Kock. Coates is very good. So they got a few good players, but yeah, I wish we batted a little bit better. Then we beat Titans by 165 runs. Paul Sterling back in the runs again, 156 of 143. This was the match that De Villiers got called up into the Big Bash, so we haven't seen him since, and I believe he's still away at the Big Bash. So we had to make a few lineup changes. Feliqueu came in for De Villiers. He's now batting at 7. Johnson's now at 6. And I'm pretty sure Johnson actually got promoted to 5 at one point as well. And then Cilia's got moved down because I don't think Cilia's was doing that great with the bat. But yeah, 318 all out in this innings. We actually got close to batting the 50 overs, so that was quite interesting. But apart from Kurtz and Williams and Sterling, no one really fired. And then we bowled them out fairly comfortably, 152 all out. Again, spreading the wickets across fairly kindly. Had them 3 for 6 at one point, which was kind of funny, but and then the game sort of not got away from us, but excuse me, they got a bit away from us a little bit, and then we sort of reeled them back in towards the end, so we did very well. And then we had the Western Province game, which was one of the closer games that we had in this tournament. Johnson again started with 65 with the bat. Kurtz in second got 50s, and then we actually really struggled to get close to 300 in this match. It's just one of those things, but you know what? It was another game. We bowled pretty well again. Apart from Beamish, he was a little bit expensive from his 5 overs, but this was probably the closest game that we had through the entirety of the One Day Cup. So it was a little bit annoying, but that's okay. No harm done. We did win in the end. We then backed up that performance with a much more competitive score for us. 454 from our 50 overs. Kurtz and Williams, Cilias, Johnson, Varenne came in for Felaqueu because Varenne came back from test duty. He actually, from going from our second 11, he then got called up for the test team. So we brought him in to keep, because second was keeping for a portion of time, and so we wanted Varenne to keep. So that's why we did that. And then obviously Flair did very well with the bat again, chipping in towards the back end of the innings. And yeah, we were 2 for 30 at one stage. That became 3 for 233. But we did very well. And then we bowled them out fairly comfortably. 169 all out. Haynes picked up 4 wickets again, spread across everybody. You know, we did very well, I thought. And then we had 3 matches to go. We beat Northwest Dragons by 5 wickets. This is actually the first time that we bowled first, and one of the few occasions we've struggled to take all 10 wickets in a limited overs match. We only took 6 wickets, but we kept them to 230. Yeah, this was a good match for us. And then we chased down the runs fairly comfortably. Williams picked up another 100. Varenne 73 or 76, and then everyone else really struggled. Yeah, we were 5 for 63, and then 170 run partnership between Williams and Varenne really carried us through. So, but yeah, this was looking like a troublesome fixture for us, actually. It was just one of those games. It was a bit crazy, but that's okay. And then we had the last of the group stage matches. We had Easton's in our last group stage match, and then we played them again in the final. We batted first, got 378. Cilias gets his first 100 of the season. Varenne gets another not out 50. But yeah, 3 for 53 became 5 for 378. So again, a little bit of trouble with this sort of top order area, and then the middle order really carried us through the rest of the innings. So very happy with how that played out. And then we bowled them all out for 244. And then, yeah, they were 2 for 3 at one point, 4 for 44 again. And then that became all out for 244. As I said, Haynes picked up 5, Cilias picked up 3, Jones picked up 2. But yeah, they never really looked close to catching us. And then the same with the final. We won the final fairly comfortably. Sterling got a crazy double 100 in the final. 220 off 110, 21 fours, 15 sixes, 430 for 9 off 5. Did very, very well. Very happy with this. first innings total, and then we bowled them all out for 275. Everyone got 2 wickets. It was very nice, and then we got to lift the trophy at the end of the day, which was awesome. So, but yeah, not a lot's changed in terms of the coach and physio. We had to make a few little tweaks just because people left the team to go play elsewhere, so we made a few minor tweaks. But this is the coaching setup that we've made for the SAT 20 competition. So these guys are just on general technique for the bowlers. Johnson's on aggressive batting. Neesham, I believe, is on just one-day boundary accumulator. Rossington and Rollifson are on catching and keeping. Elgar's on aggressive batting, and Kurtzon's on general technique as well. So, and this is probably going to be the lineup that we use for the majority of this tournament. We look like we're going to do fairly okay. We did win it last year. I'd like to do the same this year. I have brought in Rabada for Flair, just because while he's here, Rabada, I still see him as the better bowler than Flair. So I'm going to give him the run of opportunities until he goes away on international duty. Then I'll bring Flair in. And then hopefully we can do well in this tournament again and win again. That's the plan. So I'm going to play this again off camera. I'm going to let you guys know the result in the next episode. But until then, I hope you have a lovely day and have enjoyed watching the video. And I will see you next time. Bye.